And there is new data that is coming out talking about the real cost of these tariffs and what it is doing to our economy. And I absolutely love finding a conservative source for these numbers that I see about tariffs. The Tax Foundation has put out new numbers about Trump's tariffs and their real impact on Americans. And the Tax Foundation, again, similar to the Cato Institute that we talked about last week, is right-leaning. And when I say right-leaning, they're traditionally right-leaning for a laissez-faire type of economy. Low taxes, low tariffs, free trade, those sorts of things grow the economy in their opinion. They have now come out with their new study showing that the average tax increase, and again, they are very clearly calling these tariffs a tax. The average tax increase for American families in 2025 was $1,000. And it's expected to be $1,300 in 2026. Under Trump's tariffs, they are at the highest rate since 1946. The effective rate is somewhere around 10%. It's the highest we've had since the end of World War II. And we know, again, that American consumers are the ones paying the tax. And we're putting a number to it, $1,000 a year. And that doesn't include all of the other tertiary things that have gone up because of the tariffs. Whether it is different products going up in cost, the fact that they have not made grocery prices or cost of living go down, it's gone up. Inflation is up under Trump. All of that is putting a squeeze on the American family. And then my favorite part. We have heard Donald Trump talk about how the tariffs have already raised trillions of dollars. Trillions of dollars. Well, according to the Tax Foundation, 2025 brought in $264 billion in taxes. Tariffs. A far cry from any trillions of dollars. And because the way the tariffs work, we believe that it netted the government only $132 billion. So when you hear Trump say, oh, we're paying for this using the tariff money, we're paying for that using the tariff money, this project will be funded by the trillions of dollars from the tariff money. So far, he has brought in $132 billion. He's asking for a military increase of up to $500 billion, saying, oh, the tariffs are going to pay for it. He's asking for a substantial increase in DHS funding. Again, pointing to the tariffs funding it. In reality, we just know that he's going to cut programs, cut spending that Americans need. And he's going to raise money from questionable and non-traditional sources, like stealing Venezuelan oil. But the good news, we do have conservative think tanks like the Tax Foundation calling his tariffs out. And this is all playing ahead of Mike Johnson's blockade of votes regarding tariffs coming up for a renewal as soon as Wednesday. And Johnson is hopeful that he has enough votes to continue this blockade of voting against Donald Trump's taxes. But if he fails to get the votes, because Republicans are starting to see that not only are the Epstein files toxic to Donald Trump, the tariffs and the economy are much more toxic to Donald Trump because the American people are feeling it in their daily lives. So he is facing a rebellion from Republicans on the tariffs. So we may see this week that House Democrats could force a vote to overturn Canada's tariffs. That whole bridge fiasco could be overturned by House Democrats. I don't think they'll get to that point, but I do think they will be able to have a vote. And if they have a vote, it makes Republicans go on record. Do you support this increased taxation of the American public? Do you support $1,000 in extra taxes for the average American family? $1,300 in extra taxes for the American family in 2026. All to net $132 billion, which you're going to spend in droves for the military, for DHS, for all of these programs that don't directly benefit the American public. Absolutely shocking. We've got a lot more great topics to cover with you. I am Josh from The Ring of Fire. That's youtube.com, The Ring of Fire. And I'm filling in for David here on this lovely February 10th. We will be back with more after this.
Appreciate you watching. Stick around for this next video, and don't forget to hit subscribe so you actually see our uploads. You can also catch the full podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.